Hey, what's going on, Charlie? My name is Jack here with Mr. and Mrs. Leeds. Thanks for trying out our site editor. I hope you got some insight out of that. Now, if you didn't get that report, just email me back, and I'll definitely make sure that it gets forwarded out to you. We've had some issues with it automating and sending out, but we definitely want to make sure you receive it if you ask for it, right? I actually wanted to follow up here with a video analysis of the website while I had some free time here at the office, and provide some further insight as a search marker and take a look at kind of what I can see in terms of your SEO and see what's been working for you, what fixes that we could do, as well as what we could do together to kind of move forward and help your SEO efforts and kind of go from there. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get started. Now, the first thing I did was I actually typed in your URL into Google, and I noticed that it actually threw your ones out to this inner URL, badassvip.com/sp1496. So I assume this is the actual project that you want to build out and rank, and you were just testing out the site auditor to kind of take a look at what that might show in terms of what's happened since the 301. But if this is the main project that you're trying to look to grow and build out, I'll just do the video analysis for this website itself, alright? So the first thing that I can notice is I know that this is the home page, and it actually talks about like nightclub, guest list, day club, strip clubs, Las Vegas, but it's more of like a landing page where it's just here to collect their information. And right here, the SP1496, this one's designed to just have more information and things like that. I don't know if you're planning on transitioning this to the home page or what have you, but I would figure that out, and whether it's your inner URL or your home page, if it's going to be the inner URL, this canonical, the SP1496, I would switch that out, and I would try and hit some of the target keywords that you're looking for. So I noticed that here at the title, you did a good job, nightlife reservation portal, best strip clubs in Las Vegas. So you did a great job with making sure that the inner page title tag has the right thing, but I would just add that keyword right here in the inner URL as well. It just, it's not necessary, but it helps, right? It just helps show Google exactly what keyword you're looking to rank for. And so instead of SP1496, it would say badassvip.com/best-strip-clubs-in-Las-Vegas, right? From there, what I would recommend doing is I would actually, I would do one of two things. I would either grab 10 keywords, and I would make an inner page for each one of those keywords that you're looking to rank for, or sprinkle them in and have like a ton of content on this page. So I'm talking about like 1,000 words per page, and so if we were to just have all of that pointing to this one page, I would recommend like 10,000 words of content. And you might think that that's a lot in terms of content-wise, but content is extremely important these days in ranking. It's just a big determining factor in how authoritative your website is, and Google takes authority as a big factor in determining how you should rank in Google's algorithm. So that's what I would recommend doing, but let me backtrack a little bit and talk about some of the metrics that I can see, and then we'll tie everything back together at the end. So this tool right here called Ahrefs lets me look at exactly some of the metrics on your website. The first thing that I can see is your number of referring domains and backlinks. Now, this is actually talking about the home page. It's not the actual inner page, but this gives us a general idea of how authoritative the website is currently. Your referring domains and backlinks are basically the number of websites that are out there currently linking back to your website via a hypertext or HTML. Link. So if, let's say that there is a blog out there and it's called stripclubblog.com. They go out there and make a blog post and they talk about the best strip clubs in Las Vegas, blah, 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 and at the end of it they say, hey, if you're looking for a promotional tour guide or nightlife, check out badassvip.com, right? And so it links back. They have a link right there so that any viewers that read that post could click on that link and it'll take them straight to your website. Google actually tracks all of these links that that point to your website and uses that to determine how authoritative your website is. So it's kind of like a popularity contest. As long as the quality of the websites are good and they're relevant to your niche, you want a lot of those, right? And so you want to show Google that you have a lot of other websites out there in the web space that's referring your website by having these links pointing back to your website. It just shows Google that you're more authoritative because you're just more relevant, and there's all these good websites out there that are referring their viewers over to your website. So we just want a lot of referring domains and a lot of backlinks from quality ones, right? I mean, there's a lot of crappy websites out there. There's a lot of websites that have nothing to do with nightlife and strip clubs and things like that in Las Vegas. So we just want to make sure that we're grabbing the right ones. Right off the bat, your UR means that the quality of your backlinks, because it's so low, just means that it just hasn't been too good. And it's been a little bit spammy, actually. So the referring domains, I would shoot for about close to 300 on about 3,000, 4,000 backlinks. That's really going to show Google how authoritative your website is. And we can definitely make sure that we get you up there, because we do have our own way of obtaining links and linking out to our clients, right? And so we vet all of the people that we work with. We know them personally, and we also vet each of those links. So that's the kind of thing that we could do for your website. And now I know that it's technically not the SP1496, but by having these websites linked to your homepage, as long as the structure of the website is done correctly and there's some interlinking between pages, you're going to see that power from just having it linked to this homepage transfer over to the page SP1496. So you shouldn't see any issues with trying to point backlinks in the homepage and getting the SP1496 page ranked, but we can also send links over to that page as well, and that just helps in providing link juice and link authority on your website overall when we do that. So kind of going back to what I was talking about, grabbing those 10 keywords and then either putting them in that one SP1496 page or building them out individually, here's kind of how I would go about grabbing the best keywords, right? So you can see right here, this tool inside of Ahrefs allows me to take a look at exactly how many searches per month a certain phrase gets, as well as the actual how difficult it might be to rank the website based on Ahrefs' algorithm. It's from 0 to 99, and 99 being the hardest. So you can see right here that for the phrase Las Vegas Strip Club, there's a volume of 2,300 on 39 KD. So 39 KD is about what I've seen being in the industry. It takes about a year, even up to a year and a half, to be on the first page and really be a top competitor for that kind of keyword difficulty level. It's possible to do it for less. This metric isn't always like super accurate, but it's a good ballpark. So instead, what I like to do is I actually like to grab the lower hanging fruit. So there isn't as much search volume for these kinds of phrases, but they're very specific, and they're way quicker to rank and start getting traffic to your website and start converting them into sales and just kind of move forward through the process when we grab the lower hanging fruit. So that while we're building out the main keyword we're going after, so it might be Las Vegas Strip Club in this case, we're still making sure that you're actually getting traffic and we're moving forward with some of the other keywords. And so that's why I wouldn't just say, hey, we're going to do SEO for this one keyword and we're going to rank you for this one keyword. No, that's not how we work here, because we want to make sure that we're providing value from the get-go. So I would go up down here, and can you see right here, it says Strip Gun Club, Las Vegas, Nevada. So that actually might not be relevant to your niche, right? The Hilton Grand Vacation Club on the Las Vegas Strip. This actually, you could hijack this right here, this keyword, and then pointing back to your website, so that it's just like if you were to go to a mall and you were out there and you wanted Nike shoes, and then right next to them or somewhere in the mall while you're shopping around you saw Puma, and then instead of getting Nike shoes you really liked the Puma shoes and you ended up getting Puma shoes instead. That's kind of the same thing in the web sphere. There's going to be competition out there for any keyword, right? So that's the kind of thing, like Sapphire Strip Clubs, Las Vegas might be a decent one. Full Nude Strip Club, Las Vegas, 0 KD. meaning that it's very, very easy to rank, but you still have about 150 people per month searching for that. Vegas Strip Club Review, that could be a decent one. Las Vegas Strip Club Reviews. Let's see here, Palomino Strip Club. So there's a lot of different kind of phrases that we can target, and this is the kind of thing I would do. I would grab 10 of these, make sure that these are the 10 keywords that you actually want to work with, and then start hashing out the content as well as either building out separate inner pages or just adding them on here, and then start throwing links at it with the correct anchor text. So this kind of phrase that links back to your website. And so that's just going to help Google. So the content that in itself is going to show Google that you're an authoritative website. Google can't, at least for now, they can't look at an image and determine what it is about. If it's an image of a house or a car, they can't tell that it's a house or a car, right? But they can read content, and they can determine overall what the website's what that web page is about. And so when you have a ton of content on here, you're going to start getting ranked for all these different kinds of keywords. Because what I would do is in that actual content, I would sprinkle in these kinds of keywords into the content. That way, Google, as it reads through, it'll recognize the kinds of keywords that you're having in this web page and how relevant it is to the key phrase that someone types in, right? So that's going to show Google how authoritative and how relevant your website is just in the content. And then the second off, we'll just clean up and make sure that all the SEO elements of the website is on there and start linking it. That way you just start becoming more authoritative, and the more links you have, the higher you rank. It's just a positive correlation between the number of links that are on your website and then what happens after that, right? So and I'm sorry, not what happens after that, ranking up in Google's, right? There's just a positive correlation in the number of quality links and how high you rank up in Google's search algorithm. So yeah, that's the kind of thing we would do. I don't cut corners, so if we were to pick you up as a client, I would take care of everything. I would hash out the content, I would provide you the links, and I would actually clean up all the on-page SEO elements of the website and do the keyword analysis and everything else. Just kind of a matter of getting started and getting rolling with this project. So would love to talk to you further about what's possible and what we can do and pricing and things like that, and kind of go from there. So I'll send out an email here. I'll attach a phone number on that email as well, just in case you want to call and talk about whatever I discussed, or we can just bounce back by email. Doesn't matter to me. Just kind of a matter of getting the communication going and seeing what we can do. So again, I appreciate it, Charlie. If you saw this video all the way through, I hope you got some further insight. Hope you have a great rest of your day and week, and take care. Thank you.